Hello, this is a little vlog about when reviewers have sex issues. It's based on a blog I wrote of the same name. Recently I got a review of the audiobook version of The Midnight Man, and while it's a good review, the reviewer made a point of saying it has graphic sexual content in it, which surprised me because yes, there's an opening scene which is a sex scene, but it's to demonstrate to the reader how unhappy the main character is in his current relationship. It's not really titillating or meant to be. And beyond that, anything else is fade to black. And even when she emailed me the link to her review, she mentioned how she's not really into books with graphic sexual content, so it really wasn't for her. And scratching my head thinking, but there is no real major sexual content in it, which made me wonder about the backlash in the US over LGBTQIA content, plus content, and how with the recent presidential election there is concerns about this content being deemed pornography, which is weird when you are in another country like me in Australia, who gets kind of this backlash about this content which isn't actually sexual. We just read it scratching our heads thinking this is very childish. There's nothing adult about the way this person is conducting themselves. The same happened because I was recently knocked out of a book funnel promotion, and the person creating that promotion claimed that I added an erotic novel to the promotion. I didn't. I didn't put any erotic novel into that content. And when I contacted BookFunnel about it, they were concerned, but they didn't follow it up, which disappointed me. Now, this is in stark contrast to something that happened to me quite a few years ago when my dystopian novel Social Media Central came out. There was a blog that complained about the bad sex scenes. Again, there were no sex scenes in that book. So I guess there were bad sex scenes because they weren't written properly, because there were none. There is a mention of one of the characters feeling horny, but their partner is feeling horny, but they are more interested in talking about a pressing issue that has to do with the plot of the novel. So it did surprise me. But I think the best thing, the narrator to the audiobook of The Midnight Man did comment when I put up a post about how I was concerned about this review. And he did say, I do find it unusual what they wrote about sexual content, as I didn't think it was particularly that vivid or detailed. There's certainly more graphic writings out there. That being said, I'm very grateful for their kind words towards my narration and towards the depth of your writing. In the end, I thanked him for what he wrote because it put my mind at ease. And all I thought of was, look, they gave a good review of the narration and the writing. But they just added this whole thing about graphic sex, which I'm sure in my mind and many people who've read it doesn't exist. And then I thought about, well, maybe my writing was that good in a show not tell way that the reviewer themselves imagined more graphic sex than I wrote.